The topic is compliances post incorporation of a company. Friends, you incorporate a company, you have got the PAN number and TAN number, certificate of incorporation is there, everything is there. But what about post incorporation compliances? There are several compliances you have to take care just after incorporation of the company. So, we are discussing those compliances one by one. The first compliance is you have to hold a board meeting of the company. Make sure to give the proper notices, agenda, make sure there is a quorum. In the board meeting, you have to take all the topics which are there for the first board meeting. Now the next is appointment of the first auditor. You can take this topic in the first board meeting itself. The auditor has to be appointed within 30 days from the date of incorporation of the company. Take the proper consent letter, pass a proper board resolution and file the ADT1 form for the appointment. Now, once you incorporate the company, you have to open the bank account also, because in the bank account, it's very important. You have to have the share capital in the bank account. For the bank account, choose the bank account of your choice and get the account incorporated as soon as possible. Once the bank account is there, it has been set up, you get the bank account number, net banking, everything is there. So, it's ready to go. Once the bank account is open, just get the share capital amount into the account from the subscriber. It's very important, you have to get the amount within 60 days from the date of incorporation of the company. Once you have issued the share certificates in the name of the subscriber, now it's time to pay the stamp duty. In Delhi, stamp duty is paid online. For that, you have to make proper user ID and login. And the stamp duty payable is 0.1% of the amount of the consideration. Now you get the certificate for payment of the stamp duty. Once these are done, you have to also file the certificate of commencement of business, which is in form 20A. This is newly introduced form. Without this, you cannot commence your business or exercise the borrowing power. In the form 28, you have to report that the subscriber have paid for the amount subscribed, and also you have to report the registered office of the company. Once this form is filed, you can commence your business properly. In case this form is not filed within 180 days from the date of incorporation, you can still file the form on payment of the additional fee as per the ROC chart. Now you have to make sure that there is a proper board meetings, which is there are minimum 4 or 5 board meetings, and the gap between the 2 board meetings should not be more than 120 days. For the board meetings, you should circulate the proper notice and agenda. Make sure the quorum is there. Make sure the agendas are as per the requirement, as per the business or transactions as per the Companies Act. You make the proper minutes, circulate it. This will form part of your statutory records. Similarly, you have to hold the AGM, the annual general meeting, which is 9 months from the closure of the accounting year. And apart from annual general meeting, there can be other general meetings also. You have to make the notice and agenda for these meetings also, and to be circulated to the stakeholders for at least 21 days, as you all know. After the meeting, you have to make proper agenda, circulate it, and get it signed by the chairperson. Other statutory records consist of your statutory registers, like we have register of members, register of shareholders, register of debentures, register of share transfer, register of directors, register of director shareholding, register of disclosure of interest, register of common sale, register of investment. These are some of the statutory registers which you need to maintain with the as a part of the statutory records. These compliances are very important, and non-compliance results in heavy penalty and also prosecution to the directors. Once your AGM is held, make sure that proper annual filing is done with the MCA website. The filings to be done are form AOC4, which is for balance sheet, which is within 30 days from the date of the event. The next form is MGT 7, which is for annual return, which is within 60 days from the date of the AGM. And you also have to file the form ADT 1, which is for the appointment of the auditor for the 5 years. for the next 5 years, you can say. These are the annual filings which are to be done in time. If not done in time, there is a late payment fee which is rupees 100 per day per form, which results in heavy amount. Apart from these, make sure that your letterhead is ready. In the letterhead, don't forget to mention the SIN number, the email IDs, phone numbers. Also get the rubber stamp done, and other vouchers and everything, get it printed so that you are ready to run and maintain the company. Hope you have got some valuable information from me. Thanks.